if ang isang bata or a child who starts investing at the age of 10, kunyari 500 lang per month, and natutunan niya mag-invest sa stock market, kunyari na lang, for 10 years at 7% returns per annum. By the time na that child is 20 years old, meron na siyang 85,525 pesos. Diba? Ang laking head start nun sa kanya pagpasok niya ng workforce. Hey! This is Kuya Jay, and welcome to latest episode of Pera and Purpose Podcast, a show about money and meaning. My aim is for you to use money as a tool to live a meaningful life. Yes, and welcome ulit sa ating bagong episode. And back to school season naman, kaya ang ating topic for today is somewhat relevant sa opening ng panibagong school year. And bago na tayo magsimula, gusto ko muna i-share ninyo ito sa inyong KKK, inyong kaibigan, kamag-anak, kapatid, kaway ko, sinakatismisan lahat ng KMH. I-share mo sa kanya ito ngayon. Kasi if you've been listening to the podcast for quite some time now, I'm sure na bago nito ang inyong mindset about money. And if hindi naman masama sa loob, if you are listening sa Spotify, I hope you can give the show a 5-star rating. That will mean a lot to me. And i-share mo talaga ito sa kanila. Alam mo, uulitin ko ito, i-share mo. Yun nilang, this podcast is free, pero I hope na we can reach more people through this advocacy on financial literacy and purposeful living. And gratitude shoutout muna ulit tayo. And this time, it goes to Mr. Benji Kanyamaso for recommending me to be a guest dito lang sa Helen Farmer Show. Grabe, diba? Ito yung isang show sa isang malaking radio station dito sa Dubai, which is named Dubai Eye. Malawak ang kanilang reach. And grabe, thank you talaga. It's a milestone sa akin as a financial coach and also someone who's advocating financial literacy for the last 7 to 8 years na dito sa UAE. And it's still something hindi pa rin makapaniwala nangyari. And it won't be possible kung hindi kay Bro Benj. So grabe bro, maraming salamat sa tiwala mo. And hopefully na magkaroon pa ng value yung ginagawa ko, na makatulong ako sa'yo in my own little way. And also dito sa community natin. So bro, maraming salamat talaga. And kita-kits ulit tayo. Usap ulit tayo sa iyong mga investments. Okay. And like what I was saying kanina, it's back to school season naman. Unfortunately, since walang nagturo sa atin how to save, budget, and invest, nalalaman na lang natin itong important skill set na to about life nung nagtatrabaho na tayo. Diba? And siguro yung iba sa atin, na-realize na lang importance ng pagbabudget nung nalubog na sila sa utang. And also kung nakilala nila si emergency fund nung pandemic na, nung wala na silang sweldo. And sana lagi ko narinig ko to, sana natutunan ko to sa school nung bata pa lang ako. So, dito sa episode na to, i-discuss ko yung mga bagay na sana natutunan ko sa school about money when I was still studying. So, simulan natin itong episode na to. And kung hindi nyo alam, ang Philippines is still one of the lowest countries pagdating sa financial literacy. We are in the bottom 30 out of 144 countries in terms of financial literacy according to a global study. And according sa BSP, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, may survey sila and it showed na only 1% of surveyed Filipino adults correctly answered the questions on financial literacy. So, di ba, malayo pa ang tatakbuhin ng ating bansa pagdating sa topic ng financial education. Pero knowing na mas marami na ngayon nag-i-invest about stock market, mutual funds, there's still this gap or need para sa ating mga citizens na maging financially aware kung paano ba mag-handle ng finances better. And ito yun if we do not teach our younger generation now about financial literacy, may experience lang nila yung same problems na experience natin as adults. Tulad ng pagiging lubog sa utang, pagkakaroon ng mga poor financial decisions, living paycheck to paycheck. And ang pinakamalala, I think, is this. Financial dependency. Magiging dependent tayo sa mga creditors, sa loan sharks, sa mga kaibigan natin, sa family, office mates, or sino man. And if you are a parent, then it's something na can be alarming to you when you retire. Kasi marami pa rin mga 30 years old na nakatira pa rin sa bahay ng parents nila. And hindi nga makapag-decide for themselves about money. So, it is really a topic na dapat na dinidiscuss sa younger generations. And if I'm going to start this episode kung ano ba sana yung natutunan ko about money, ito siguro yun. I wish the school taught me on what the main purpose of money is. Kasi usually, pag diniscuss ang pera, ito yung textbook na definition. Like, money is a medium of exchange. Diba na it is printed by the central bank or the government and regulated by the central bank. Yan yung usual na definition natin eh. Kaya lang, if sana, siguro na if magkakaroon ng mga financial literacy na programs, i-discuss ang money as one of its purpose is being a tool to do so many ways to help other people. And how money is made, I would say na it is made by helping others. And the more people you help, the more money that you can make. Kasi parang iniisip ng iba na money is only made through work. Yeah, it's fine. Pero, di ba? Kasi you're helping your employer. Pero if ever na you start to really dig deeper, ano ba talaga bakit ba mayroong tao na mayroong mas maraming pera versus the others? It's only because there are people who are more skillful in solving other people's problems. So anong lesson doon, di ba? If I am going to teach my child about money, how is it made? It is made by helping people solve their bigger problems. And the bigger problems you solve, the bigger money you can make. I think that is a better definition of what money is, in my opinion. And lastly is about knowing the purpose of money. If I'm going to teach my child about this, or if I'm going to learn this in school, sana masabi na, you need money because you need to help other people as well. Hindi lang yan nandyan to benefit yourselves. Kasi parang, when you make these discussions like this with a child, parang sabi mo na, okay, ito yung gagamitin mo para makabili ka ng candy, makabili ka ng laruan na gusto mo. Di ba? Parang self-centered siya and all. And I think lang na if the younger generation would have a much deeper conversation about money, pwedeng siguro, ewan ko, nag-grasp na ba ng bata yung gano'n, hindi ako masyadong knowledgeable sa topic ng brain function ng bata. But I think the earlier that we can have this conversation sa buhay ng isang tao, it can benefit them in the long run. And another thing that I wish school has taught me about money, or pwedeng ituro ng school ngayon about money, is to combat distractions. Ano tong distractions na sinasabi ko? Ito yung advertisements, peer pressure, and comparison. Pwedeng inner comparison or external comparison. Kasi ang mga marketers these days, tinatarget nila ang younger generation to splurge money on things na they think they need. Di ba sa social media, sa Facebook, targeted yan. Depende sa sinesearch nila sa internet, automatic na to-target sila. And these kids are very vulnerable sa mga ganitong mga bagay kasi they think na yung ang na-highlight sa kanila is yung kakulangan nila bilang tao. Kaya nga 'di ba, ang taas ng stress ang taas ng mga issues ng mga bata na mayroong mga mental stress because they think na yung mga nakita nila na advertisements totoo na represents the true problem, pero in reality it's not. Kaya I think one good way to teach children is the importance of self-awareness. Kasi if a child or a teenager would have a high level of self-awareness, hindi siya madidistract ng mga advertisements na to, ng peer pressure, kung ano man i-impose ng mga barkada niya sa kanya or ng ibang tao sa kanya. And hindi niya palaging i-compare yung sarili niya sa ibang tao. And ang self-awareness isn't just about understanding your strength and weaknesses. It's also about knowing how those traits directly impact your financial behavior and choices. Kasi nga, di ba, ang tao bumibili based on emotions. And if hindi ka nga self-aware, most of the time, you'll just be driven by your emotions sa iyong purchases. So, eto yun. And if we can help our kids and younger generations define success for themselves, then it's probably better. Oh, I know. Bata pa lang, wala pa masyadong alam yan kung ano ba talaga yung success, right? But I think ang role ng mga adults sa society is to help the younger generations in discovering their own path. Hindi siya dapat ini-impose, and the younger a person understands what success is, the better for them. I remember I had this conversation sa isang successful na architect dito sa UAE. Si Madam Arki. Yeah. Shoutout sa'yo, Madam Arki. Follower natin yan and listener as well. Alam niya nung bata pa lang siya na pagiging architect yung gusto niya. And ang ginawa ng parents niya is sinuportahan siya dun sa bagay na skillful siya. So, I think if magagawa yun ng bawat parent or ng bawat school na suportahan ang isang bagay na kung saan nag-excel ang isang bata, then it's gonna benefit not just the child but also the entire society. So, yun, that's part of self-awareness. Okay? If we can really do that. Kasi that's the only way to combat distractions. Hindi ka masusway ng kung ano ng mga perspective ng mga tao about their own definition of success. And you will also learn how to celebrate other people's successes. And that's one of the things na saan nandun ko sa school when it comes to money. Hindi siya directly about money, pero it has a huge influence as we get older. Sumunod is itong tinatawag ko na 4Gs. 4Gs of core values. Ika nga, ito yung core values na sana ma-highlight din natin sa mga bata. Kasi normally, di ba, when we talk about, merong values education eh. Kaya lang hindi siya nare-relate sa financial awareness or financial literacy. Kasi nga, parang more on GMRC lang siya. Good morals and right conduct. Di ba? Parang, those are the ways on how every human should behave. Pero hindi siya nalilink sa personal finance. And I hope na sana, I'm sure siguro meron pa rin mga values education na subject, pero sana unti-unting itap din itong i-link din itong subject na to sa personal finance kasi malaki talagang impact niya. Diba? Number one dito is yung gratitude na core value. Kasi if you show them the importance of being thankful for what they have, then these kids will learn to value the things that they have and not worry about the things that they should have eventually. Kasi nga, dito nagsasanga-sanga yun eh. They compare themselves to other people, to their classmates. Naalala ko, yung mga toys na wala ako back then, na kahit meron akong laruan na nagagamit, hindi ko siya na-enjoy. Kasi nga, nako-compare ko yung sarili ko dun sa ibang bata. And hindi kasi ako naging grateful dun sa bagay na meron ako. And nakakatipid din yun as a parent siguro, no? Kasi hindi siya mahilig magpabili kung ano-ano. Right? So it's a two-way thing. And the next is yung generosity. We need to let our child or children experience the joy of giving. They can have a gift that they can give to a friend or an act of sharing their resources, which can create a healthy relationship with money. Diba? Hindi naman to about the amount eh. It's about the act of giving. And if we can teach them that importance, then they would probably think na if they have more resources, then they can give more to other people as well. Next is yung grit. G-R-I-T, hindi G-R-E-E-T. Okay? Grit is about sticking with your goals no matter how hard things get. And there's this professor na nakilala sa kanyang TED Talk. Ang surname niya is Duckworth. I'm not sure if it's Angela Duckworth. Pero one of the things that she mentioned there is if yung isang bata or isang student has this character, no matter how hard or tough life gets, hindi siya susuko. Okay? Iba siya sa pagiging resilient kasi resilience is about bouncing back when you fail. Grit is about pursuing your goals, your long-term goals, no matter how hard it gets. Okay, pero those two things are also good combination as well. And grit is very important, lalo-lalo na sa personal finance kasi when you invest, there will be times na magdidip ang market. Hindi siya mag-perform as you expected. Pero again, volatility is part of the price that you're paying for when you're investing. Kasama siya. And kung ang bawat bata natin bawat bata sa society natin doesn't develop this character, then we might just be raising weak children who are always dependent on others. If there's one important value na pwede natin ituro, it's definitely grit. Kasi nandiyan na rin yung attitude of perseverance, hard work, work ethic, and the spirit of not giving up. So, that's a third. And then next is yung growth mindset. Growth mindset means that you believe that anything can be learned. Parang ka-combination din siya ng grit. Nung graduate ako ng college, it was really hard for me to look for opportunities kasi nga I thought na nauubusan ako palagi ng mga opportunities sa buhay. And when you have a growth mindset, you will always think na ano yung possibility para matutunan yung isang bagay so that you will succeed on the things that you want to do in life. So next is yung value of time. Ito talaga sana natutunan ko nung bata ako eh. Kasi parang nung high school pa lang ako or kahit nung elementary, wala nang ginawa kundi mag-video games after ng school. Diba? Usually homework, and then after homework, wala na, video games na. And if natutunan ko yung value ng time na hindi ko siya sinayang, na kasama rin to nung pagiging self-aware siguro, and being focused on the things that I really like siguro, or tapping to my core strengths as a child back then siguro ang dami ko nang na-achieve at a very young age. Teaching our kids about time as a resource can help them understand the concept of time is money. Diba? Na hindi nila sayangin yung oras nila habang bata pa lang sila. Kasi I've seen other kids dito sa UAE na 18 years old pa lang nakapagtayo na ng company. And bakit and paano sila nakapagtayo ng ganun? And nung 18 pa lang ako, parang ang ginagawa ko pa lang is mag-basketball at mag-Counter-Strike. It's because yung surrounding nila, environment nila, parents nila, and even some of their professors or teachers were encouraging them to use their time wisely. Investing time on developing their strengths and talents while learning to invest a portion of their money in the market can actually benefit them. Kasi sa panahon yun, pwede nang matuto ang mga bata ng mga ilang tasks that can help them earn a decent living. And isipin mo na, if ang isang bata or a child who starts investing at the age of 10, kunyari 500 lang per month, and natutunan niya mag-invest sa stock market, kunyari na lang, for 10 years at 7% returns per annum. By the time na that child is 20 years old, meron na siyang 85,525 pesos. Diba? Ang laking head start nun sa kanya pagpasok niya ng workforce. Eh what if yung 500 ginawa niyang 1,000 per month for 10 years at 7% rate per year? That's 171,051 pesos. Parang hindi ko yata nahawakan tong pera na tong 20 years old ako, right? Pero yan yung advantage of starting young. And ang perfect example nitong investing at a very young age as a child is itong si Warren Buffett. When he started investing when he was 11 years old. Paano siya natuto? It's because yung kanyang tatay, si Howard Buffett, taught him how to invest. Kasi si Howard, he was a stockbroker, and he taught Warren how to invest in the market. So, if we can teach our children the value of time, then yung skills na dinedevelop niya, yung money habits na dinedevelop niya at a young age will slowly compound over time. And you know how compounding works, right? Na-discuss ko to na before, na over time, yung mga small habits mo or yung mga small investments mo, pag nagpatong-patong yan, lumalaki yan. And that is the power of compounding interest. It doesn't just work with money. It applies to the nature of life. Ganun ang buhay. Sabi nga sa Milo, no, great things start from small beginnings. Pa yan, Kuya J, mali pa. So, yun. Those are the things na I really hope na matutunan natin or natutunan ko sa school when I was young. Which may have not directly impacted my finances, pero sobrang laking bagay niya. So, i-recap ko lang yung mga bagay na discuss ko na I hope I learned about the purpose of money, how to combat distractions through self-awareness, yung core values, yung 4Gs, like yung gratitude, generosity, grit, and growth mindset, and yung value of time, yung importance niya, na if I start early, then most definitely I can benefit the rewards of compounding at a much younger age. What if, di ba? Patagalin mo pa din, mas malaki yung benefit mo over time. And just some of the key takeaways on this episode, ito lang siguro, is ang pera, oras, and core values are interconnected resources that we can master to live a meaningful and financially secure life. And if maituro natin ito ng mas maaga sa mga bata, the better for us as an entire nation. Kung magagawa natin yon ng paraan as a country, then probably wala na tayo sa top lowest when it comes to financial literacy. And babalikan ko yung quote dun sa book ni Richard Clason na The Richest Man in Babylon. Na hindi ito yung pinaka-quote niya, pero ito yung thought na ang success daw ng isang bansa ay nakadepende sa financial success ng kanyang citizens. And again, saan ba ito nag-uugat? Di sa mga tinuturo natin sa school system and also sa household din, sa loob ng pamamahay natin. Kaya as adults, it is really our responsibility. Hindi lang tayo nandito para gumawa ng bata, but also to teach them the right way, the right values of using money. So, tandaan uli natin na everything compounds. Yung pera, yung skills, and yung habits, if matutunan yan ng mga kabataan and they use it properly, no? They don't waste it, then talaga mag-benefit tayo as an entire nation. And if I'm going to relate this entire episode to a Bible verse, ito yung nakita ko. It's Proverbs 22 verse 6. Sabi doon, train up a child in the way he should go, even when he is old, he will not depart from it. And itong verse na to underscores the long-term impact of early education. It emphasizes the importance of guiding children in their formative years, knowing that the principles they learn will stick with them into adulthood. And that wraps our episode for today. But before I let you go, I hope you can listen to the other episodes of Pera and Purpose Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and other podcast streaming platforms. And if you'd like to have a coaching session with KJ, message lang ako sa aking LinkedIn, Facebook page, Instagram, or email me. Nandiyan yun sa link sa description na itong podcast na to. Again, ito si KJ, telling you to prosper with a purpose. See you sa next episode. Bye-bye!